He is a Democrat from Texas. He's calling for the impeachment of President Trump in the wake of the James Comey memo. Listen to this.
I rise today, Mr. Speaker, to call for the impeachment of the President of the United States of America for obstruction of justice.
All right. Joining us now, the author of the book, Government Gone Wild, kind of like that title. Her name is Kristin Tate, and she joins us again. Do you think this call for impeachment could backfire in some way against Democrats?
You know, it probably could. Remember in the 90s when Bill Clinton was impeached, the Republicans ended up looking mean and nasty, and they lost seats in the next midterm election. But look, Stuart, this guy, Al Green, is Texas's own Maxine Waters. He is the Lone Star State's biggest embarrassment right now. To stand up there, recite MSNBC talking points, and demand impeachment when there's no hard evidence of a crime is laughable. I mean, even Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer aren't calling for impeachment, and when they won't get on your bandwagon, you know it's too absurd for the American people.
However, the appointment of the special counsel will give the Democrats a great deal of leverage and a great deal of opportunity to hold up all of the Trump growth plan. I think you'll admit to that.
It will for now, but I still think the Democrats are getting desperate and they're losing credibility. They're looking for anything to take down Trump, and they still don't have anything substantial, at least not yet. But that doesn't stop them from calling everything Trump does a constitutional crisis. And you know what, Stuart? When you call every single day a crisis, no day is a crisis. It's like the boy who cried wolf, and eventually everyone realizes that there's no wolf in the room.
All right, we hear you. Now, I've got a new survey. It suggests that Republicans encourage financial independence at an early age. They give more encouragement towards that than do Democrats. This is from Bankrate, okay? This is their survey. Here it says, 17% of Republicans think that people should be able to pay for their own housing without parental help at the age of 18 or 19. 17% of Republicans think that. Only 10% of Democrats think that. I'm kind of astonished at that survey. I don't believe that 17% of 18-year-olds are capable of paying for their own housing. I mean, it seems a bit extreme. But the bottom line of the survey was Republicans are more in favor of individual responsibility, and Democrats are more in favor of the government giving you stuff. I think you'd agree with that survey?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, this doesn't surprise me at all. You know, sadly, these snowflake parents think with their hearts and not their heads. They've got to stop giving their kids trophies for waking up in the morning and start giving them incentives to actually be self-sufficient. You know, when you let your kids, your 23-year-old kid, live at home, use your credit card, stay on the family phone plan indefinitely, your kid's going to get comfortable being lazy. Sometimes millennials need some tough love. You know, taking on financial responsibility earlier on in life will make you more successful.
Oh, wait a second. Don't you think that middle-class parents can be generous? That's not sort of holding the kids back. I mean, just being generous, you know, mom and your dad.
Well, look, there's a big difference between helping your kid out when they're in their teens and their late teens and even college and, you know, keeping the kids reliant on you well into their 20s. You know, all my friends were good little Democrats in college, and then the second they got out in the real world and started paying taxes, the ones whose parents didn't support them all became conservatives. And my friends who are still in their mid-20s and who are supported by their parents, they're not doing a whole lot with their lives because, again, they're too comfortable doing nothing, and that's not good for you in the long term.
Well, I hear what you're saying, Kristin Tate, and I like your book, but I'm not sure we should just cut them off at the knees as soon as they get out of college or out of high school. But we'll save that for another day. We don't want to paint you as being overly harsh, Kristin, okay? Got that now. Come back soon. See you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Stuart.
I've got to get to the Elizabeth